evening, everyone. I am so excited to be joining you again tonight for day 3 of the Sleep Makeover Challenge. Just know that yesterday we dove into habits and consistency, how to make habits, how to build healthy habits. And today we're going to be connecting the dots between what the Bible says and what the science says about gut health and sleep. Science is showing us more and more how our gut health can deeply impact our ability to relax at night and to wake up feeling rested. As Christians, we're called to be good stewards of these amazing temples that God has given us, and that means cultivating environments inside and out that allow all of our systems, including digestive, to function as He designed. Our daily decisions, our daily habits are going to impact our overall health and how we feel and how we are living on mission each day, but fulfilling His command to spread the gospel, to be His hands and feet. So when we are out of whack, when our guts are out of whack, it puts stress on our whole being. So what is this gut-sleep connection? Well, your digestive system and your brain communicate constantly through what is called the gut-brain axis. Your gut is lined with millions of neurons, just like your brain. Your gut actually has its own nervous system called the enteric nervous system. And this nervous system is located in your intestines, and it has over 500 million neurons. That's nearly as many neurons as there are in your spinal cord. It contains 3/4 of the neurotransmitters that you need in your body to make actions go. The neurons in your gut use neurotransmitters like the ones in your brain to send messages back and forth. And some of the most common ones that you maybe have heard of that are in the gut are serotonin and dopamine. These neurotransmitters are found in your brain, and they help control things like mood, learning, and memory. So that's not all it does, though. It continues to be amazing. It contains over 2/3 of your immune system cells. It contains as many cells as the rest of your body combined. So the gut-brain axis is all about how these two nervous systems communicate and talk with one another. Signals from your gut are sent to your brain through what is called the vagus nerve. So things like hunger signals, pain, or changes in your digestion can influence your emotions and your behaviors. Say an amen if you have recognized that in yourself. At the same time, your brain can also influence digestive function by releasing hormones into your gut. So stress from your brain, for example, can cause stomach aches, diarrhea, constipation, bloating, all of that. What we talked about previously the past 2 days and what we will talk about the next 2 days are interconnected. Your brain, your thoughts are going to influence your gut health. Everybody wants to fix their gut health. Everybody is starting to understand that this is a key piece to health. However, if you do not connect both ends of the spectrum, the gut and the brain, and how their two-way communication is going, then you're going to miss a huge piece of the puzzle when it comes to balancing it out. Imbalances in your gut flora from an unhealthy standard American diet, high in sugar, chemicals, processed foods, is going to dysregulate this communication pathway. It's going to lead to chronic low-grade inflammation throughout your body. Your brain is then going to have a harder time processing melatonin and other hormones that are essential for falling asleep and staying asleep. Some specific ways poor gut health sabotages sleep include indigestion that wakes you up at night, IBS or stomach issues, food sensitivities that cause a whole host of different issues in different people, even headaches, nutrient deficiencies, because when your gut is out of whack, you're not going to absorb nutrients the way you need to. So you may not get that magnesium, for example, absorbed into your gut the way you need to. So you might have restless leg syndrome or muscle cramps at night. Other things that can disrupt your sleep are conditions like SIBO, which is that small intestinal bacterial overgrowth that's overgrowing the wrong bacteria. And even things like chronic adrenal fatigue from chronic stress can impact your sleep because it's going to impact that curve that's supposed to happen at night when the cortisol lowers. So that's why on Saturday we are going to be diving in deep to do a live stress management workshop. This is the first time I've ever done this with a large group of people, and I'm so excited that you can access this material. I'm going to teach you how you can assess your own personal adrenal function and stress response at home through the screen and learn how to support yourself in the best way possible. This is always just a piece of the puzzle, but everybody's always jumping to like the latest fad and adaptogens and things like that. And sometimes people just respond very differently to stress. But the underlying thing that we know with all stress types and all stress responses is that all of them are going to impact your gut health. All of them are going to impact your mood and emotions. All of them are going to impact your sleep at the end of the line. So, also know that when all of that is going on, you're sabotaging a lot of your feel-good hormones and hormones that are naturally made that are supposed to give signals to the brain that you are at a place of safety and a place of peace and a place of rest. And this is huge because when you do not have those chemical responses that you should normally get, then you often feel like you're being chased by a lion all the time. You often feel like you're in fight or flight mode all the time or stuck in that place of anxiety. So those are all the reasons why gut health is so important. If you do not spend any time, money, or energy on anything, start with your stress response and your gut health, and you can actually change your health in huge, huge ways. So the good news about all of this, I just told you a lot of bad news, but the good news is that through functional wellness, we have powerful tools to restore balance from the inside out. Things like gut healing diets, rich in probiotics or prebiotics, addressing underlying infections, managing stress. I think I'm going to say it 15 times. Managing stress, supplementing digestive enzymes, reducing inflammation long term. These things are going to dramatically improve digestion and high quality sleep. So here's how we get stuck in a bind. We don't get adequate sleep, and that impairs gut barrier function and revs up inflammation. Inflammation impedes your ability to sleep. So then we don't get enough sleep. Our gut gets more out of whack. We get more inflammation. And we have this cycle, this negative feedback loop that we have to stop the cycle. Say it, I've got to stop the cycle. Just say it out loud. I've got to stop the cycle. So here are practical ways you can stop the cycle and decrease your inflammation, heal your gut barrier, and actually get some sleep. So the first thing is to eat a food diet that has whole foods. This is so important. Whole foods. And specifically, if you feel like you're in this negative feedback loop, we want an anti-inflammatory diet. So you want to focus on colorful foods, nuts and seeds, healthy fats, omega 3s. Those are going to be really important to help put out the fire in you, to decrease the inflammation in you. Drink plenty of water to stay hydrated, but it also helps digestion. If you're dehydrated, you actually cannot hydrate your stool well enough. Water is going to support all the systems in the body. Limit refined carbs and sugar that feed unhealthy gut microbiome, the microbiome, and spike blood glucose. If you want to know more about blood glucose, I did a video. It should be in the guide section in my Facebook group, but it will also be on YouTube. You can find it there. But whenever throughout the day you are eating and you keep spiking your blood glucose over and over again, it is wreaking havoc on your body and causing oxidative stress leading to inflammation. So you want to limit refined carbs and sugars that would do this to your blood glucose. Other microbes that are unhealthy when they get out of balance will feed on those sugars and those carbs. You are feeding them to grow. They are growing off of that like candida. So again, if you want to put out the fire, you really need to focus on more of a homeostasis with your blood glucose and making sure that refined carbs and sugar are not the main staple in your diet. You definitely manage infections and manage bacterial overgrowth. This is really important, and it's important to know exactly what you have in there so that you can know how you need to treat it appropriately. You need to supplement probably with some omega-3 fatty acids or turmeric or ginger or garlic because they all have anti-inflammatory properties. Biggest thing is manage your stress. I know I've said it like 3 or 4 times now, but it is going to fuel your inflammation. That chronic stress, not just those stressful moments, but that chronic stress is just like putting kerosene on fire. Pray, meditate, deep breathe, spend time in nature, anything that you can consistently do for short burst durations throughout your day to bring yourself from that fight or flight to a place of rest. That is going to help you digest. Here are 4 general things I recommend you getting started with to help you heal your gut if you're struggling with sleep. You can access these in my e-store by clicking on the bundle that says Gut Health Basics. There's a bundle bar. I will also put the link below. I recommend these things that are safe and generally safe for everyone. So please know that there are deviations here, but everyone that I see that is consistently eating a standard American diet is deficient in omega-3 fatty acids and usually has too high omega-6s. So we want to get that index and that ratio back in order. Most people in America need some sort of supplementation here to help decrease inflammation. So I highly recommend an omega-3 fatty acid for your gut health to help start decreasing some of that inflammation. I'll also recommend digestive enzymes to help break down your food. As you age, you're naturally not going to produce the same digestive enzymes. If you are above 50, you have to have a digestive enzyme. If you're struggling with gut health, you more than likely need a digestive enzyme. If you are not chewing your food good enough and you're eating fast on the go like most moms are, you are not using your digestive enzymes that you have naturally. We have them in the mouth when we chew. That's when we start to break down our food. We have them in the stomach. If your stomach is not acidic enough, you are not breaking down your food. If the food is not broken down and goes through the digestive tract, it causes inflammation and irritation and leads to leaky gut and food sensitivities. You need something to help you break down your food, especially if you're in a state of inflammation and irritation and gut dysbiosis and you're not sleeping. I also recommend 2 products. One is called GI Balance and the other is called IGYX. These help boost your immune system response to food so you don't get that inflammatory response anytime you eat something. And it also helps heal your gut barrier so you can actually heal the damage done while you are decreasing inflammation and learning to digest your whole foods again. So again, I want to emphasize, you want to do this protocol with whole foods and good habits, or it doesn't make a difference. It will then be a waste of money. If you do it intentionally to also be changing your diet, and do it at least for 12 to 13 weeks. You may need additional help if your symptoms are really bad. You might need more specificity if your symptoms are really bad. There also might be some bad bacteria in there you need to get out or put in balance. And we don't really know those specifically without testing, which is why I recommend testing for gut health. So if you want to go that route, please reach out to me and we can set up a call to talk about that more specifically. I only recommend on here what I feel is safe for general recommendations that I know will only help and not harm with other underlying conditions that could be present. So just remember that making these simple lifestyle shifts with God's guidance and support, that's why I love this community, with support is the best approach. Sleep is so crucial for our health in every way. Checking in on our gut health is so crucial in every way. Managing your stress is so crucial for our health in every way. I hope this information empowers you to cultivate environments inside and out that honor your temple as image bearers of Christ. I hope that you guys can put in the comments if you have any questions or anything that you're like, oh my goodness, I didn't know. Tell me what you learned tonight. I love to hear from you guys. And I will be on here again tomorrow night, the same time at 5:30. And we are going to dive in to your nervous system. We're going to talk about how to reset your nervous system. And specifically looking at the autonomic nervous system and some things that you can specifically do there to help with that gut-brain connection to allow yourself to sleep. So I can't wait to talk to you guys again tomorrow night. And like I said, comment below and we'll talk again soon. Bye.